Hey guys, welcome to the third episode of the POS podcast. And what?
You're like 3 pixels on my screen.
Oh, I
Like,
look fine on the stream.
I don't know, eye of the beholder, I suppose. Go ahead, do your intro. I'm sorry I
Okay,
interrupted.
well, anyway, it doesn't
Pixel
matter
pad,
anyway.
Leo.
We're done. Um,
No, I'll take it. Hey
okay,
guys, I'm Saber Spark. Welcome to POS Podcast. I'm here with my guest Paleo here.
your guest.
Go ahead. I'm just playing with you.
No, anyway, yeah, it's posted on my channel.
Like how I've grown it out. This is the product of no shave since 2013 November.
Since 2013 November.
Well, no,
You,
I actually the thing about my beard is I tried growing it out, and then it got to the point where it looked disgusting. Like the hair wouldn't get like thick; it got like really long and like looked like a
you
like
could have been
Rasputin
Santa Claus
hair.
though.
No, I no, I could not have.
Oh,
Maybe if Santa was going through a puberty crisis, but no, I could not have been Santa Claus. But I like what I have right now. I think this is good. Chat, what do y'all think? It's a pretty good beard. There's a couple of bald spots right there, but it's all right because the fat chin kind of mixed to where it's invisible from this angle. See? See, being fat has its advantages. Paleo, I am sorry for being a chatterbox. Go ahead and introduce the
oh,
show.
well, we've kind of already started, but
I mean,
anyway,
into the other stuff. Other stuff,
other
man.
stuff. Okay,
Other
and
stuff. Go
stuff.
ahead.
You went into like a Jesse Cox mannerism right there.
I'm not sure if I should be flattered or insulted. You could be
Anyway,
Crindor and start eating food. No. I'm
you know,
Crindor.
I was just eating food while you were gone. I had some Skittles.
What if in World of Warcraft Jesse Cox was an alliance player? That's a, he's a little Crindor.
It's
Okay,
like,
whatever.
okay. Anyway, we should
That's
stop.
Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
We should
All
stop
right,
talking
okay.
about other people.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah. So Thanksgiving was last week.
It
How
was.
how was your Thanksgiving?
We get right. Okay, we'll get right into it. So this is episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Three. There we go. My Thanksgiving was wonderful, which was very surprising because I thought it'd be crawling with family drama, which I was trying to avoid when we were planning for Thanksgiving with my family. I'm like, okay, I want to. I would love it to be at my sister's lake house because it's awesome. We had it there last year, and it was just so cool. My sister has a man cave in the basement with a bar, a big screen TV, a view of the lake, a fireplace, and really comfy couches. It's a pool table. It's really awesome. And I was like, okay, round 2 this year. It's gonna be excellent. And then my little sister and her new husband are like, well, we're working that day, so we're not sure if we can make it to the thing or not. My mom's like, oh, I don't want to be breaking the family up and dividing it between and picking, so blah, 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 blah. Ultimately, it all worked out. We went to the lake house. I got to have lots of beer, chips and dip, turkey, watch TV with a fireplace, beautiful day, and no drama.
Oh.
Paleo, there was no drama.
Oh.
None. Nothing. There's not even like a spilt drink on the carpet. It was perfect. It was perfect. The turkey was a bit dry. That was it. And really that's not that big of a deal. So I had an excellent Thanksgiving. How was yours?
Mine was pretty good. My aunt and uncle have finally moved down from Virginia because they've been living in Virginia and they've been talking about moving down here for like the past 5 years. So, and they finally got a house that's very close to ours. Like we could literally walk there. Um, and yeah, they finally moved into it, and we had Thanksgiving at my other aunt's house, my aunt Debbie's house, and just had a little nice little dinner. It wasn't anything like big or anything.
You're talking about that lovely eclair cake that your aunt
Oh
made.
yeah, the eclair cake. Yeah, it's like layers of
Mm,
like graham crackers with the that
chocolate
filling.
icing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so decadent. My mom makes the same stuff because like I know that people make different dishes on Thanksgiving. We did the turkey, we did the potatoes, the cornbread, the sweet potatoes. We had apple and pecan pie. My sister made these marshmallow brownies in cups with caramel like sauce on it. So good. But no eclair cake. That stuff is that's what actually weird enough. That's more of a summer dessert from my family, which is kind of
Yeah.
it's weird to explain. It's more summer. But okay, food and good
Oh
times.
yeah. The reason she made it though was because my uncle Mike's birthday was like earlier in the month, so
Yes.
she made it for him because that was his favorite. So yeah, it's my favorite too of the desserts that she makes. But yeah. Anyway, uh, also I was gonna say, is there any kind of food that you will only eat if someone specific makes it? Because for me, it's deviled eggs. The only deviled eggs I'll eat are made by my aunt Debbie. Like I don't like anybody else's deviled eggs.
Good question. As you can see, Paleo, as you can obviously see, I'm not a picky eater. There are very few things that I will not eat. Unless it's like really crazy, like, oh, welcome to the food market. Would you like some cow tongue? I'm like, no. Our forefathers didn't die for that reason. They died so we can deep fry potatoes and chicken. So as far as I guess picky food goes of who makes it, uh, no, I'll eat it. If it's something that I mean, obviously, there's people who make good food that I love. Like, oh my God, my grandma makes great Welsh cakes, or my aunt makes great chicken salad. Doesn't mean I won't eat the lesser version of it
Yeah.
because I'm not picky.
All right. Well, let's move on to the day after Thanksgiving.
Christmas.
No, Black Friday, which is
Ooh.
basically starting Christmas.
So this will launch us into the discussion of video games because let's be honest, half
Yeah.
this show is talking about video games.
Yeah.
Black Friday. Ooh, it just quivers with fear. I did not go. I never do because I
I
hate it.
didn't. I went last year with my dad. We went to Best Buy last year.
It's have
And
fun.
yeah, it wasn't really crowded or anything. Though we went late in the day. And yeah, there we actually got a PS3 for like 199. They came with The Last of Us and uh, Batman Arkham Origins. So we
That's
got that.
that's really good actually.
Yeah.
My 360. Okay, no, you're funny story. My 360 was broken, and I tried turning the power switch on and plugging it back into the wall. Wouldn't turn on. It had my Halo 4 disc in there. At this point, my 360 has become just a glorified Netflix player, and also a way for me to look at my YouTube videos in the morning. So, being the brilliant person that I am, I thought it's broken. Better get my tools and just rip open its carcass and get my game out. Like we got to perform a C-section on my 360 to get this thing. I want to save Halo 4 because I'm never gonna play it ever again. But got the console. I got these pliers. I pulled the disc thing out, and I pretty much broke it in the process. And I'm like, whatever, this thing's dead. It's not turning back on, so who cares? Whatever happens to it. So then I wrecked it. I put it in the trash bag. I had to get the power cord, the plug that goes into the adapter,
Yeah.
wasn't plugged in. I destroyed my Xbox
Did
360.
didn't I ask you if the AC adapter was like broken or something, and
Well,
you didn't check?
I thought it was one continued cord. I forgot. It's been so long since I looked back there. I thought it was one continued cord that goes into the plug, and by golly, I was wrong. And
You so
I didn't
you
I
broke your
didn't want it.
360 because you
Shh, shh. Okay. Yes. Okay. Shh. Okay. Yes, I did.
you
But
broke it because you thought it was broken.
yes. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. And it was really bad because I well, as soon as I realized it, I used all my mental ability to block it out. I'm like,
Okay.
Steven, just stop. Don't even think of it. It's dead. It's dead. It was your fault. It's dead. I just leave it behind. Just go whatever. What it was meant to be.
Don't feel bad because earlier today I was about to play one of the Super Nintendo games that I got, which I'll talk about soon. And I was plugging it into the TV here, and I was using the AV cables and I was plugging it in, and then I was like turning on the game, and then I was like, why isn't anything showing on the screen? And like I kept like cleaning the cartridge a little bit, and it's like the cartridge is like super clean, so I was like, why is this working? And then I was like, maybe it's this stupid like third party console I have, because I don't have a original Super Nintendo right now. Um, oh no, internet connection problem. I'll fix itself. Um, anyway, yeah, I have one of the third party like Retron consoles, and so I kept putting in the AV cable and make sure like it was in the right place, and then I was like, wait a minute, I plugged in my N64.
At least you didn't break it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, it's funny because after I broke it, I was like, well, here I am. Do I get an Xbox One, a PlayStation 4, or a Wii U? Nah, I won't get anything at all. I'll stick with my PC. I guess it's funny because I asked myself, Steven, are there any games you actually want to play? Hmm?
No, I just Skype like keeps doing the message thing. I don't know why.
Well, I asked myself, do I want to get an Xbox for the Halo 4 or 5 coming up, whatever? Do I want to get a PlayStation for Kingdom Hearts and other exclusives? Do I want to get a Nintendo Wii U because, it's got some awesome games that I really enjoy? Ultimately, I thought, nah, I need to save some money. And I had a little DVD player that can play Netflix. So it stinks that my Xbox is broken and I can't access it, but it's not the end of the world. So I'm not going to buy any consoles for the time being. Though I know for Black Friday, apparently Xbox One made a comeback and sold more units than PlayStation 4.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was told. That's what I read. I don't have any numbers to back up that claim. But they say that at least 13 trillion units were sold. Give or take.
13 trillion?
Yes, we have no numbers to back up this claim, but we were told that 14 trillion units were sold. Nintendo lost the console war. It'd be funny if North Korea is like, we've got to win a war. We'll enter the console war and defeat
God, a Korean
Japan.
console.
We'll defeat Japan twice and North America in a console war. That'd be pretty funny. World console war.
World console war. Yeah.
The world console war. Every other country makes their own console and sends it to the battlefield.
Well, anyway, for Black Friday, I didn't really do anything. I did go to the mall on Sunday to see Penguins of Madagascar, and
How was that?
it was all right. It was stupid but fun.
I kind of guessed.
Yeah, but the mall there didn't really feel very crowded, and it was on like the weekend after Black Friday, so I mean that mall was like always, the parking lot is always full, but the mall itself is like so spread out that it doesn't feel packed at all. So
Well, my malls were getting nuked. I was driving back from Thanksgiving dinner with my family because they lived in a part of North Georgia. I was driving back and I saw every single outlet mall just getting obliterated by traffic, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I don't have to shop. Going home, going to bed. All right, Black Friday. That was fun. Christmas is around the corner. Let's talk about some other things. What about you? You've got a list.
a list of what?
Stuff.
Stuff. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So
It tickled you, I see.
what?
So that tickled you a bit. I see. Like, stuff. Good one, Saber.
Yeah. Shut up. Yeah, like I was hoping to get a Wii U on Black Friday, but I'm probably gonna wait until my birthday. Mainly because of the whole water line breaking thing. So that actually cost my dad a lot.
Sorry.
So, I did get, however, some free stuff.
Oh, the
Yeah.
bundle.
Yeah.
Oh, do tell. What did you?
Yeah.
I know a little bit, but you got to share it to the live stream here.
Yeah.
Paleo got lucky.
My dad's coworkers, like they know that I already did a video on this, but they know that I have started collecting video games and everything. So whenever they have stuff that they don't want or just trying to get rid of, they give it to my dad so he can give it to me. And this time they actually gave me a lot of really cool stuff. Here's one of them, which is a Model 1 Genesis with a Sega CD. Like, this is...
Wait, so you can play Faces of Evil then?
No, this CDI.
Oh, sorry. Or...
No. But yeah, Model 1 Genesis with Sega CD, as well as a Dreamcast, and a Model 1 PS1.
Now, how much do you think that would be altogether if you were to buy that?
The consoles, store? Not very much. But
sex.
What was
that
really
joke's never been made before.
What was really interesting is the fact that this guy had a lot of boxed Super Nintendo games, including including these two very, very highly regarded ones, Final Fantasy III and Chrono Trigger. Like, now, it's complete in box too.
How much are those worth?
Chrono Trigger, you could probably sell it for over $100.
He gave it to you. Wow. You ever think about like that mom who goes to her son's basement and gets like 20 or 30 Nintendo games and puts them in the garage sale and there would be like Nintendo All Stars in there, golden version.
Yeah,
she doesn't know.
No, Nintendo World Championship.
Know. Whatever, video games.
Yeah, there's also like Final Fantasy II and Mystic Quest, which I hear isn't good. In fact, Xanadu. Man, stupid Skype is... I wish that there was an option to get that notification out of the way. But there's also like some Sega CD games like Lunar and PS1 games like Grandia.
You're like 3 pixels on my screen, so when you load the box, I'm like, oh yeah, that's I think it's a game. I think, yeah. Or is it an extension?
Oh yeah, here's another really interesting one is Castlevania Bloodlines. That was like a $40 game loose. Because there were like only like 2 Castlevanias on the Genesis, I think.
Dude, I have no idea. And it's funny, when I was younger, when I was like 8 years old, I thought, I know my video games pretty well. I'm probably one of the best. I don't. In hindsight, I know nothing. I still know nothing about video games. I remember going to a Halo tournament with my friend Robert, and it was Halo 1, and we played it at Blockbuster, and he and I, like, we trained for like a day on our favorite map with snipers, and then we played in the tournament, and it was a map we never played before with shotguns, and we lost. And that's when we realized it's a big world out there with bigger fish. A hard lesson to learn. A hard lesson to learn.
Oh, like, you know how like I was ragging on you about like Castlevania, like a month or 2 ago. The fact that you didn't really know what Castlevania was about, and there was a game in this pile that I had no idea existed, and
really,
it's so weird. Like, I showed it to Hirasashi too, and he didn't know either. It's called Inindo.
How many games are there out there? How many? Okay, it's weird. I see like from James or JonTron, like, or other people, like games I've never even heard of. I think there are games that exist that people like didn't even create. They just came into existence. How many Nintendo games are...
I feel like this game just did come into existence because like it looks brand new too. It's like this game was just born just to mess with me.
Well, did it mess with you?
I've never heard of Nintendo. I looked at like some screenshots of it. It looks pretty bland. It's like I suspect it's like a very average RPG.
Well, that's quite the haul. What do you plan on doing with said haul?
Well, one of the box games I actually gave to Hirasashi, which was Lufia 2, which was an RPG he's been looking for. And there was also another game I gave to him, which was A Link to the Past, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, because I already have that.
Okay. Isn't that on 3DS?
No, that's A Link Between Worlds. It's like sort of like the spiritual successor to it.
Okay.
Um, but as far as the other games, I'm most likely going to keep them. So yeah, and I've actually started playing through Chrono Trigger. I put about 2.5 hours in today, and so far I'm really liking it. I really like the battle system and like the characters and everything. And the sprite work in that is really nice because the artwork in that game is done by Akira Toriyama, the same guy who
Okay.
did Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh. That's pretty
or
cool.
Dragon Ball the franchise. So
Japanese people working together? Unheard of. Well, is that it from you? Is the ball my court? Talk about stuff from my end
sure.
because I want to tell you, guys. I'm a Blizzard fanboy, big time, and I really haven't been playing any other games this week besides Hearthstone and World of Warcraft and Heroes of the Storm. I got into the alpha, which is
So
funny because they sent me an email a while ago saying, Saber Spark, you've been invited to test out the alpha version of Heroes of the Storm. Have fun. I tried downloading it and it wouldn't download the client and it blocked me out. And I'm like, well, thanks, Blizzard, you lied. I went back to playing Hearthstone. A week later, I hopped on to my Battle.net account and there it was, Heroes of the Storm. And I was like, oh, I guess it went through after all. I got another email saying, you've been invited again to join the alpha. Okay, I'll say that for last. So, Hearthstone has a new expansion coming out, Goblins versus Gnomes. They've been releasing a bunch of the new cards on Twitter through the Hearthstone account, through Bimbrode. There's about 100, I think, and 20 or 150 new cards, and they revealed about 30 or 40% so far. Some of these cards are just insane. They're gonna break the game, not break the game, but they're gonna break the meta. And I'm not sure how many of you actually play Hearthstone, but I'm very excited to see what happens. The next Ramus expansion that came out back in the summertime was a campaign with about 40 or 50 new cards, and that changed a lot. So this
yeah,
new expansion is going to just change everything. I mean, there's cards I already see. I'm not gonna mention
no,
it because
Nax Ramos was like 30 cards.
yeah, it wasn't that
Yeah,
many.
it wasn't very many.
But
But
even
yeah,
then,
this
that's
this next
like
one's going to be 120 cards,
oh, it's
I
insane.
believe.
It's
Yeah,
it's insane. And there's new legendaries for every single class, new class cards as far as spells and units. It's gonna be amazing.
yeah. I've been
It's
I've been
gonna like
saving up my gold to like open up some packs. Like I'm trying to save up at least 10,000. Not 10,000. I mean 1,000. Not ten
you
thousand.
better
That'd be
get to work
crazy.
on playing some games, my friend, if that's the case. Yeah, all right. I just say I don't even have that
Yeah,
much.
yeah, at least 1,000 so I can open like 10 new packs.
I think I wait, but you might not get the cards though. I think you actually need to buy the expansion. I think, right?
No, no, they said that it was going to be the same as like the expert packs where you just buy um the packs. Like you pick either an expert pack or the pack of the expansion. So just how regular card games work, where you buy a booster
Okay,
pack.
I'll probably just end up buying the expansion just because I want the cards, and
Expansion?
because
No, no, no.
or
It's not.
I'll
It
buy the cards.
Yeah, you'll buy the cards. Like it's not going to be like an expansion. Like you get all the cards. No, you have to buy the booster pack.
Oh, it's
So
poop.
so yeah, you don't get all
Why?
the cards immediately.
Oh
That's
man,
like if
and
somebody could.
that's smart.
That's
They
like if
know
somebody
that.
could actually like already get all of the expert packs by just buying all of them.
They won't. They
Like
won't. They
yeah,
want. They want you to buy
they want you to buy them at
more.
random. So yeah,
Yeah, because
so
there's a good chance that you
that's
won't
why
get
they're
them
doing the
all.
booster pack type of thing.
Curse you, Hearthstone. All right.
Though
Uh,
the good part about it is that you can make cards with arcane dust. So
but it's really expensive.
yeah,
So okay, Warlords of Draenor. I've been playing
okay.
that as well. I got my Warrior 2 level 100. I recently did a server switch to Kel'Thuzad, and I'm Alliance now. I'm playing with some friends over there. Uh, I was playing as an undead warrior on Gul'dan. I love it. I love the expansion. It's a lot of fun. The new garrison that they have is really neat with the quests that come in. This everything they've done to the game has made it a better game. And what's so funny is they've promised this before with Cataclysm, with Mr. Pandera, with a lot of other previous expansions, and they've kind of fallen short. But this time around, they've surpassed it. And oh, funny enough though, I stumbled across a new thing today. So somehow you're in the chat system for Warcraft. Like when you go to a capital city, like all the chats are connected, so like you can like message, you can broadcast to multiple people if they're in cities as well, and people can post pictures now. For somebody figured out like there's a loophole where you can actually like put a picture in there, and some people are like linking pictures of like elven girls like crawling all over like a human warrior. There's one with like an ogre and it has a Christmas hat saying Christmas or something like that. It's really crazy, and people are spamming it. Somebody posted one that was a huge Illuminati sign that took up the entire screen and it came out of the chat window. It's
Well,
insane. They're gonna have to fix that because that is a huge spam issue, but it's pretty funny. And then the last game is Heroes of the Storm. As I said, I got into the alpha. I'm not a huge MOBA fan, which is massive online battle arena, which is like what League of Legends is. That's what Dota is.
yeah,
But I am a huge Blizzard fan, and Heroes of the Storm is made up of the Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft universe. And I hopped in there. You start off with Jim Raynor from StarCraft. You get beamed up to some like little like Nexus and Uther Lightbringer from Warcraft's talking to him. And as a Blizzard fan, I was like, whoa, it's so cool to see those two different characters who've never even like they're not in the same universe. They're talking to each other. That's so cool. And then I played the game and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I can see this thing being a competitor for League of Legends, though right now Blizzard's just trying to put their hands in all kinds of pockets. Like they got their tablet, free to play game. They
yeah,
got their massive multiplayer online game being WoW, which people thought was going to die, has came back pretty strong. Got your RTS, StarCraft, you got Diablo. It's Blizzard's doing fine, and they have Overwatch on the way. So props
yeah.
to
They're gonna
Blizzard.
have their team-based shooter, and then like
Just gotta do Call
they're
of Duty
like, here,
next.
take this, Team Fortress.
Just get your FPS next. Go after Call of Duty and call it a day.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I
Um.
got to say. I'm being going on. Let's
All
hear
right.
you. What you been playing?
Um. Well, I haven't really been playing anything. Uh, but let's see. What should we talk about next? Um, let's see. Let's talk about something recent that was sort of a rumor of DreamWorks and Hasbro merging.
I never even heard about this rumor before until you just mentioned it before the podcast.
Yeah,
What's the story
so
on
there
that?
there was like this article or something. It was like some like inside thing that like there was there was talks about Hasbro buying DreamWorks, or it was one way or the other. I think it might have been Hasbro buying DreamWorks because I think Hasbro's corporation is like a lot bigger than DreamWorks. Um, to make like an animated film, and people were suspecting since they sort of leaked the date for the My Little Pony movie in 2017 that they wanted DreamWorks to make the movie. So, but and someone made a fake Rainbow Dash 3D model for a question.
Oh, I have heard about this.
Yeah,
Some
you saw that?
people believe that.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you look at the image and look at the bottom, it's like it says "Do not steal." What am I doing with my life?
Wow. I know. Yeah, people actually fell for that. It's pretty funny.
And like Rainbow Dash has like the signature DreamWorks like eyebrow.
Huh.
But yeah, that was a rumor that was going around, but it's not true. So either it's not true or if it didn't fall through. But I mean, the image is definitely not true. Um, but yeah, that's the thing that happened. Following the trend of movies, there were a couple of very, very, very big trailers that released last week.
Oh,
Which one you want to talk about first?
my gosh. Hold on. Before we do, I need to reply back to I Love Compossible a lot with a witty retort. Chad, let's take a poll here. Should it be a GIF of something giving her the middle finger? I'm open to suggestions. Paleo, what do you think? I want something that's cheeky. Oh, we we will never be slaves. How about Grimace saying that? Nah. Um, I think I got what I wanted. Nah, see, I'm going for Warcraft gifts, but maybe that's not it. No, See, this is important though. I gotta come up with something. Oh, I got it.
What?
All right. I think I got it. Oh yeah, yeah, I got one. I got one that I'm quite content with. All right, okay. Battle's over. I figured it out. Thank you, chat, for your input though. All right, so trailers.
They're gonna hear that for a minute.
Like, I'm gonna start seeing all these things being posted like 2 minutes from now.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, Jurassic World and Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens. Let's go in the order that they were released. So Jurassic World, Paleo, take it away.
I'm excited.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. So I made a video after it came out. And
Oh.
I'm a huge fan of the Jurassic Park franchise, and I even like the sequels. You know, I know they're flawed. I know they're technically bad movies, but I still like watching them because dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, Jurassic Park 1 is classic. It will always be good, despite its errors, despite it being corny, despite it having its flaws as well. It will always be a classic. Jurassic Lost World, I will never forget this scene. And I think I mentioned this last time with the guy who had the snake. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
like
it's a snake. A snake.
they're getting chased by a T-Rex, and they all ran to near under a waterfall, and then a
Yeah,
snake
it's
came over
it's
the guy's
it's so
shoulder.
funny because the guy I just remembered when I saw the trailer and I was looking up on a thread about the trailer and somebody posted the guy who got chased by the snake outside of the waterfall, not
Oh,
chased by the
snake!
snake, but
Oh, a T-Rex!
the the guy who got the snake on him, he was a paleontologist in the movie.
What an idiot. You know, he reminded me of that long-haired scientist from Independence Day, the one who got killed by the aliens and got the thing wrapped around his neck. And it's funny because like when there are some characters in movies that as soon as you see them, you know they're dead. And as soon as I saw him, even as a kid, I was like, "No, this guy's dead. He's not gonna make it through. He's done. He's done." Um. All right, Jurassic Park 3 though, very forgettable. By the way, I can't really remember that one too well. But
Well, how many
Jurassic
times did
World,
you watch it? I watched it
I,
like
s-
a lot.
I never
I
saw it.
watched all of them a lot. So like the thing is like I think Jurassic Park 3 gets an unfair rep because when I watched it, like the one thing I like about Jurassic Park 3 is that it's constantly going. It doesn't really take a breath, which
All right.
some people would say, you know, that's a bad part of the movie. But I don't know. I like the ride. Like it's literally like a ride. Like you would go on Universal Studios, but
Well, you remember the Jurassic Park arcade game? Like, I'm sure you played it.
yeah,
The one
yeah.
where like, the box and you have the gun. And I specifically remember the crocodile part where like crocodiles come out and you're like, and you shoot them
Yeah.
and like, yeah. Or you're riding in that part with like Brachiosaurus is pooping on you. You have to shoot them in the
Oh
anus.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Good times, good times. Or like the Velociraptors, or like the car stops and they're like hopping over the hill. There's like 20 of them. You're like, and then you ask yourself like, why are we here again? Just to kill these things? Whatever. Okay, Jurassic World though. Now tell me, is this just a standalone movie or is it part of a trilogy
No,
coming out?
it's oh, I don't know. I think depending on how this does, they might make another trilogy. Um, it depends on how they well it's received. But judging by the website they made and like where it's actually kind of like a real a park website, um I'm guessing that they're really going to go full force with the franchise again. Because like in one of the images, there's like a storefront of merchandise and whatnot, and like kids buying merchandise. So I think they're like, we're gonna put out some more Jurassic Park merchandise again. And to be honest, I'm kind of excited because of that. I want some more Jurassic Park video games because I had Operation Genesis, which is like it was like a theme park tycoon type of game, and Operation Genesis was like one of the best kind of uh, theme park
Well,
tycoon games.
there was one I remember playing on my Genesis where like you can play as a Velociraptor or as a guy, and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. I have the
and
Super
that's the
Nintendo
one
version.
where the T Rex like you turn the game on, it's like Sega, like
Yeah.
the T Rex roars it out. That game was hard. Like my friends Scott and Tyler and I went back to play it on their Genesis, as a kid, like it's kind of funny because as a kid, I remember the game being really hard, and I thought, maybe I'm just not good enough to play it yet. And then I am an adult now. I play with my friends, and it was freaking hard. And as an adult, you realize like, okay, like as a kid, like there are some parts that were like I die easily, but I couldn't really formulate in my head like why it was so. Because I was like 6 years old at the time playing this stuff. And then as an adult, I was like, wow, that's bullcrap. No wonder why I couldn't beat that part because you're jumping down and you can't really see where you're gonna land. You can fall off the map and die,
Yeah.
or the angling is really hard to shoot. And it kind of like affirmed or reaffirmed that my intuition as a kid was correct. This game was bullshit, and it still is. And Jurassic Park, like besides the arcade game,
Yeah, it's
that
like
that's
the
like what I
best
remember.
Jurassic Park games are the arcade game, the sit down arcade game, and the and Operation Genesis. Operation Genesis is a great like theme park tycoon game. Um,
Okay, well, okay. I want to ask you though. So, what are your predictions for the movie? Because there's a hybrid dinosaur.
yeah, the hybrid dinosaur. Well, first of all, I'm very glad that they're finally having a marine reptile, an ancient marine reptile, which technically are not dinosaurs, people. Anyway.
They're dinosaurs. Don't listen to him. He's being a nitpicky guy.
And neither are pteranodons. Anyway, yeah, for the hybrid dinosaur, like I think what they're doing with it is that they're making a dinosaur that's similar to the Carnotaurus that was in the Lost World book, because that the Carnotaurus was never in the movie, but it was in the arcade game, which is weird, because in the arcade game the Carnotaurus is it has horns and it has like chameleon like eyes, and it can change color. So and like
That's
when you shoot it in the arcade game, like it you can't see it. So like
that's all fine and dandy, but they never revealed the dinosaur really in the trailer. What
yeah
I want a giant version of Jeff Goldblum. That's what I want. You know, the camera, like you see everything shaking, and the camera zoomed out, and you just there you go. Right, Jeff Goldblum just says that on screen when it zooms out and reveals that's him. And then he's chasing after all those people, and he's like, "Must go faster, must go faster." That's what I want. I want a giant version of Jeff Goldblum as the hybrid dinosaur, and Chris Pratt has to take. Oh, speaking of which, at the very end of that trailer, and you know I've talked about this extensively, whatever, a lot. Chris Pratt's on a motorcycle. They let loose the Velociraptor squad, and
yeah
then they're running like with Chris Pratt on the motorbike, and they kind of like look at him like sup, and then they go they go charging. So obviously you connect the dots. Like okay, they're gonna work with Chris Pratt to take down this hybrid dinosaur. Whatever. It's kind of cheesy, but it's gonna be awesome probably when we see it. Like it's because there are some things that are just corny and cheesy, and you know it, but you still put up with it because it's cool.
yeah
It's
like
something.
because for a while, like back in like 2008, I think it was, like somebody leaked a script for Jurassic Park 4, and it was something similar to what's in the trailer with the Raptors like running alongside Chris Pratt, except for this one it was like people actually had their own personal Raptors. It was weird.
As I'm glad they didn't do that to them.
Yeah, and
Like
also like for what the plot of the movie was is that dinosaurs were taking over the earth. Because like the pteranodons from
oh,
Jurassic Park 3 that let loose, the pteranodons like came, like the beginning scene of the movie was supposed to be a pteranodon coming up and like not coming up but like flying down and in a baseball field and like picking up a child and then taking it off.
see that wouldn't work because we have guns and guns kill
Yeah,
dinosaurs. Yeah, it's over. I mean, I know you can like suspend your disbelief, but that seems kind of dumb. Dinosaurs take. I mean, no, no.
yeah,
But it's also dumb that they go back to the island again. Like third time's a charm, fourth time's a charm. Let's try it again, and they're going to ultimately fail again.
Yeah.
So
Though this is only the second time they've been back to Isla Nublar.
I don't know what you just said.
No, there's two islands. There's Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna. Isla Nublar was the first island. That was the park. That was where this park was supposed to be. Then there's Site B, which is Isla Sorna. That's where Lost World takes place and Jurassic Park 3 takes place.
Okay, well, that's cool. Jurassic Park's cool and all, but let's talk about the real king of the geeks. All right,
All
Star
right.
Wars.
Well,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Star Wars. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers here have already seen the trailer. It came out last Friday. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. The long rumored, not rumored, it's more like it's been affirmed now. It's confirmed. It's happening. And it's going to be released December 2015. And it's directed by J.J. Abrams. And in the
Jar Jar
and the
Abrams.
Jar Jar Me's I gotta ruin this for you twice. But I mean,
I'm gonna ruin two franchises.
no, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be really actiony, like the Star Trek stuff, which I think works better for Star Wars than Star Trek.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Plunky talked about that in one of his reviews. But the trailer is very cryptic. It has some nostalgia in there. It has some things that you're like, what's going on? Like the robot soccer ball thing. Okay. The the first thing we see is a black stormtrooper, which it's like honestly that surprised me. I was like, oh, it's a black stormtrooper. It's I thought they were clones. So what's going on here? And then like that girl who looked like Padme on the big old like popsicle rocket. Those are the weird things, but the things that got right were like the stormtroopers look really cool. Those kind of like because they're like got our lasers. And I'm like, those things never hurt anybody. We're fine. Those things are good, but we're fine. The stormtroopers can be landing in a baby nursery and be less of a threat than like influenza. Like stormtroopers just aren't scary. But okay, the things that got me excited, the X-wing fighters flying across the lake, that was really cool, and they had the sound effect too. That was what got me. And one of the pilots looked a lot like Wedge Antilles, so I don't know if that's Wedge or not. They had the guy, by the way, the guy who's the voicing the trailer. I was told that it was Andy Serkis, who is the guy. He was the actor and the voice for Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Because some
And he was also Caesar in Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
he was also King Kong and Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yeah.
He does a lot of that stuff. He's a great actor, and he's also, of course, worked on The Hobbit as well. So he's the voice because people were saying it was Benedict Cumberbatch, but it's not. Andy Serkis, though, he can fit right into the Star Wars universe because he's already at home with geek culture as it is. And then you have that Sith guy, pull out his saber with little like lightsaber hilts, which that's kind of generated some controversy because people are like, "Boy, that's so stupid." Like, what can they do to outdo the dual bladed lightsaber? Because that was cool. The dual bladed lightsaber was freaking cool. It still is. One of the very few things they got right in the Star Wars prequel. But now it's like they're getting really like weird with their lightsabers.
Yeah,
And
I saw someone edit the saber with the hilt, and instead of it having like the two like little sabers that go out, it actually had like a guard that was an actual hilt, and then it had kind of like made the saber do like this.
oh, I saw that. There's been
Yeah.
a lot of edits where people like have like the Swiss Army knife
Yeah.
lightsaber. There's one with like a tennis racket. There's one with like a swastika because that's 4chan. Thank you, and a lot of different variations. But I guess here's the thing though, is it's generating a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
Whoa, the hilt. What is that? The soccer ball robot. What? Black stormtrooper. What? X-wing fighter. Oh, all this stuff that's really cryptic and weird to generate chatter, and it's working. We're talking about it right now. And then, of course, they had to do one last thing to bring it all together to make it feel like Star Wars, and that was the Millennium Falcon, doing that really cool like spin around and coming down the sand dunes with the TIE fighters flying by. So that was a trailer, and they didn't reveal Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher or Chewbacca. No, none of them were revealed. All the characters were new. and they had some nostalgia things in there, like the lightsaber, the TIE fighters, the X-wing fighters, and the Millennium Falcon. So what do we take away from it? What can we put together and say what can we predict? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing. I mean, it's all wild speculation. All we can confirm is that that the Empire might be alive to some degree because of stormtroopers and TIE fighters. So is the Empire still alive? We saw some X-wing fighters. So is the Rebel Alliance still alive? What's the state of affairs right now? Because after Return of the Jedi, the Empire was defeated, or so we thought. So what's going on? What's happening? And then they said, "Can you feel it? There's been an awakening." So I'm gonna assume that maybe Luke is like weak with the Force, like he's kind of like the new Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Force comes to light, and he has to raise up a new person to be a new Jedi, to be the new Luke Skywalker. So I don't know. That's my plan. That's my plan. That's my plan. I'm writing the sequel.
Yeah,
No, but
that
that's
makes sense.
my prediction. Yeah, we'll see. Will Yoda be in it? Oh wait, no, he's not. He's dead. Well, his ghost be in it. Maybe Darth Vader. Thing is, I actually would be. I'd applaud them if they can move away from that and not have to rely too much on nostalgia, and add to the universe.
Yeah.
So, Paleo, what did you think?
I want to talk about Jurassic World more.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just playing. I don't know. Like I said in my video, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so I'll probably end up seeing it, just like I did the others.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to rewatch Star Wars because
me too.
It's been so long since I've seen them. So
I want to rewatch that and Jurassic Park, and then The Hobbit is only I think what 17, 16
like
days away.
A couple weeks.
Dude, if I die before that, like I'm gonna be pissed.
Let's see. Yeah, it's in a couple weeks.
I always try to give myself realistic goals, and my last goal was living long enough to see the new Hobbit movie, and I've been able to do that twice already with the other Hobbit movies. So, like, you give yourself a checkbox, give yourself realistic goals, and it makes you feel like you can accomplish more. So, once in 2 weeks, I can mark that off my list. I lived long enough to see the new Hobbit movie. Now I gotta live long enough to see the new Jurassic Park and the new Star Wars. So these little goals keep you motivated. And make people like, wow, that sounds really dark, Saber. You're not gonna commit suicide. Only if the Hobbit sucks. But I heard that the battle scene looks pretty good, so I think I'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for movie trailers, Paley. What else is on the list? Because I said in 10 minutes we at least wrap it up for questions. Or are we pretty much done?
No, we can go on to an hour and a half. We haven't done an hour and a half. We've only done like an hour.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, for like the past two, we've only done an hour, so we can do an hour and a half.
Because when 10 o'clock was around, I want to get some more coffee at least before we start something.
Oh yeah, definitely you can do that.
Cool.
So there is a thing that is going to be going on this week, I believe, which is the Game Awards by Geoff Keighley in Las Vegas, and this is like sort of a resurrection of the VGAs, and it was like they changed the VGAs of Spike TV to the VGX last year, and it was only live streamed, and now the Geoff Keighley is like doing his own, organizing his own thing called the Game Awards, that will be in Las Vegas, just like the past VGAs, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on TV or if it's just going to be live streamed like the VGX last year. But the VGX last year, from what I've seen, was kind of laughable with this presentation, and like this time Geoff Keighley has like I believe creative control of it, so I don't know, but we'll see what the Dorito Probe has to offer.
I have no idea about any of that stuff, so it's all blurred.
There are some nominees for games like games of the year. We'll just go over a couple of them.
Okay, games of the year.
The biggest one is Game of the Year. There are 5 for Game of the Year, which are Bayonetta 2,
Okay.
Dark Souls 2,
Okay.
Dragon Age Inquisition,
2. Okay.
Hearthstone, and
That
Shadow of
surprised.
Mordor.
That's interesting. I know you mentioned this before, and it's funny because I'm a huge Hearthstone fan, but I feel like I don't know. It's kind of like putting Flappy Birds in there. It's like, I mean, Hearthstone's a game. It's a real game you can play on your
Yeah.
computer, and
No,
you can also play on your tab.
I wouldn't compare it to Flappy Bird though. I mean, because it is like a big game by Blizzard. Um,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
Blizzard's
don't
a
know.
huge developer, so
Like you
yeah,
think that Warlords.
like Flappy Bird was made by one guy.
Yeah,
So
I know.
yeah,
I'm just saying it feels weird to have a
not
game
that
like
one guy can't make an amazing game, but
I know, but I'm just saying like it's weird to have like Bayonetta and Shadows of Mordor versus Hearthstone because Hearthstone feels a bit different to different kind of caliber of game. Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
think it's just the fact that it's free to play.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Maybe that's
Maybe
what's
that's just it. Um, then there's a developer of the year, which that goes to either Blizzard, Monolith, Nintendo, Telltale, or Ubisoft Montreal. Which is kind of weird that Ubisoft's even on there.
Ubisoft. Those are the guys who ruined the Assassin's Creed game, right? By making it badly.
But honestly, I'd say it's probably between Blizzard and Nintendo because they've been really like supporting their fans this year with all the stuff they've been releasing.
No, they actually know how to do good PR, especially Blizzard. Blizzard
Yeah,
are and Nintendo, but Blizzard does a good job
yeah.
of like,
Nintendo's been like last year they were like getting on people about posting stuff to YouTube and whatnot. Now they've been like they've kind of backed off and like you know what, keep doing it. So and actually they've been sending games to people for like reviewers and let's players on YouTube to like here review our game early. So like the completionist actually got like Hyrule Warriors, Smash Brothers, um, like Bayonetta. Well, I think he got Bayonetta. I know someone did. No, Pro Jared did. I think. But yeah, they've been getting like Nintendo games early.
that's
To like
nice.
do press on them. So yeah. But there's one more thing I wanted to say about this is that there's some fans' choice nominees for like different categories, and one of them is for trending gamer, and
Gamer.
yeah, and there's like five on here. There's Stampy Long something. I don't know who that is. Evan Van. I'm not sure. It doesn't say the full name. Like I can't exit out of it. Anyway, but the top three right now, uh, and third is PewDiePie, and second is Jeff Gersman, and number one is Total Biscuit right now.
I only know two people on that list: Biscuit and PewDiePie. So
Yeah.
go Biscuit. If you want to, by the way, if you want to finish off your little notion about that, I might grab a cup of coffee. And do you want to go ahead and set up for questions?
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go ahead and tell people to ask questions.
All right, guys, ask questions. I'm gonna go use the bathroom quickly and get some coffee, and then we'll do questions for about 25 minutes or so.
Uh. Yeah. We can do it for about 25 minutes.
Cool. We're back.
All right. Bye.
Oh my god, my pants are so sweaty. Sweater. Knees weak, arms spaghetti. Oh, Amy.
All right.
All right, we starting off with questions then?
Yeah. Let's do some questions.
Before we do, I want you all to possibly do something for me, okay?
No.
Good. Good start. I know the chat's gonna be kind of slow to get this message because of the delay. I'm be talking right now, so I'm gonna post it here in the chat here in a moment. I love Kim Possible a lot. The person is a YouTuber, a pony person. She has just been such a dick to me these last couple of days. And I would just be overjoyed if you'd go to her Twitter and call her a dork. Just say, Saber calls you a dork. Uh, oh, Saber said you are a dork. Unsubscribed. So, I'm gonna press enter here in a moment to the chat so you all can see it. I think right now is about the time I can press enter for people to get this. Then, I'm gonna wait and see if the chat catches up. I'm gonna wait for the chat
Yeah,
to.
you're still
All
not
right.
even back yet in the Twitch stream.
Oh wow. How long of a delay is this then?
Okay, you can go ahead and post it now. You're back now.
All right. Cool. Cool. I want you all to go tweet that to her. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you all. All right, let's answer some questions. How about that? So, I'll go first, and then you go, Bailey. How about that?
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go and scroll down to where this all began. All right. Alec Greer, who is always here every week, a very awesome dude, asked us, have either of you seen the Grumpy Cat movie? They made a Grumpy Cat movie?
Yeah, it's funny because like at Thanksgiving, at my Aunt Debbie's house, she always has Lifetime on, and
That's
and it was showing commercials of that movie, and like they give Grumpy Cat like this voice, but like her mouth doesn't move or anything. It's just like an inner voice, and oh god, it looks so bad.
they're
And
milking
it's showing on Lifetime of all places.
let's take that little internet BB, turn it into money. Maybe we could find a grumpy dog. It's one of the most disgusting things ever is whenever the mainstream media gets a hold of something from the internet, because as soon as they do, they fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
Fred was already pretty bad, but then he went to mainstream media and just became worse. Grumpy Cat is just gone now. Nobody cares anymore. It's like, well, once something becomes mainstream through the internet, it loses its charm, in my opinion. And I think the inner hipsters in us think, oh, now like our parents know about it and news, it's dead. Don't like it anymore. Like that's where internet memes go to die. My older sister was talking to me last time I was during Thanksgiving, and she was like, "Yeah, Steven, I saw this internet. I don't know how to say it, Steven. Mimi, and it was really funny." And I'm like, "Oh, it's so precious that she's trying." Whatever. Okay. Next for you.
All right. Here, I'll go ahead and answer Emperor Tiger Scar's question in the chat. But remember that like we're usually using like Twitter, that way we can see it immediately. Anyway, yeah. Favorite rock band for each of you. My favorite rock band is The Police. I have a bunch of others, but like recently I've been getting really into Bare Naked Ladies.
I'm not much of a rock person. I mean, of course, like Journey, I always love them, or Boston. Those are just the typical classic answers that I come up with.
Plebe.
The ones that you would honestly would get drunk and sing at karaoke.
Yeah. Boston's good though. I've actually seen them live.
Ooh, excuse me. All right, I'm scrolling up. Pony Power to the Max, yeah, said, "How's the weight loss going, man?" I presume he's talking about you. But no, for me, it's growing well. I've kind of hit a brick wall. I don't do too well during the wintertime, and I've been kind of sliding back into some bad habits. But I'm getting back on track. I went running today for the first time in about a week, and I'm trying to eat healthy. It's just building discipline, and I need to cut out breads, and I need to cut out other snacks. But I need to get my butt to the grocery store and buy some good food so I can stop spending so much money on fast food or like salads because salads from like Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A they cost a lot. All right, Paleo. Next question to you.
Okay. Chris G asked, and this is somebody I know from a forum that I frequented, and I've started frequenting again, called Negative World, Nintendo fan forum, and he asked, how much leprechaun blood did you drink to get hauls like you did?
To get what?
How much leprechaun blood did I have to drink to get the hauls like I did? The like the game halls.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't
all right.
know.
Scotland hates you now. You
Oh.
killed so many of their midgets. Uh, that was pretty lucky. Like when you got that haul, that's this kind of stuff that I would imagine to see like on Reddit every so often. You'll have people who would post pictures of like look what I got at a garage sale or look what I got from somebody's basement
Yeah.
for free. Like and then they'll showcase everything. It's kind of like an unboxing thing to a degree, except it's already been opened.
Yeah.
All right. Love and Sky says, "What's the best Christmas present you've ever received?" Paleo, go ahead.
Hmm.
You know what? If you're gonna think about it, I'll go ahead and answer. My favorite Christmas morning was back in 2000. It was in Virginia. I was at a log cabin with my family at a family reunion, and each separate family, your immediate family had like their own little cabins in the park. And I remember waking up first and going into the little living area, and I have two sisters, and there were three toy piles. And being the guy in the family, it was pretty easy to identify my pile. And I walked into the room wearing my pajamas, and I saw it, a PlayStation 2. Oh my God, Paleo, a PS2. And what was it surrounded by? Bionicles. Best Christmas ever. I remember putting. That's when I got Tahoe, the red Bionicle. I had
Yeah.
Tahoe, and then Klondike, the ice one. And
Klondike.
what? Yeah, honestly, I can't remember his
It was
name.
Kopaka.
Close
I
enough,
can't remember.
Klondike.
I can't. I mean, I can't believe I can remember them. There's like Tahu, Kopaka, Pohatu, Anawa, Lewa, and Gali. Yeah, those are all the six. Those are all
Well,
six.
because there's the water one who was the
Yeah,
chick,
that's Gali.
and then she had like the hooks, and then
Yeah.
there was the rock guy who I thought was really cool with the
Yeah,
black
that's
mask and the
Anawa.
claws. They all looked really cool except the guy with the big feet looked really
Yeah,
stupid.
Pohatu. Yeah.
No, nobody liked him. It's like I got big feet for kicking rocks. That's my weapon. And everybody's like, got a sword or a
Because his
shield
his
or
his thing was
axe.
upside down too. So
Yeah, he looked really like weak. He's like, and I remember
he
I
had a pear
loved.
shaped body.
Yeah, it was really weird. He's an elderly female who's put some weight
Like
on.
because his thing was stone when Anawa's thing was earth. It was like earth and was like the same thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, one was like rock and one was like dirt. And it's like, oh, ooh, I don't want to challenge that force of nature, dirt. Like, because the rock guy would claw through. And I remember like combining them, like the Tahoe with the black guy, the black Bionicle, and like having like a claw and then like a fire sword, and it was really cool. I loved it. It was really, man, so epic.
Yeah.
God, I loved it. So that was
Yeah.
my best
I had
Christmas.
I had every Bionicle set up to like the Mask of Light era when they released the movie on DVD. Which we have to watch that at some point together.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I remember like the one of the little like miniature Bionicles, like
Yeah.
tequila, tequila, and this really stupid like rocket power like auto voice. It was really dumb. All right, all right.
Okay. My thing.
Yes.
I think it's a tie between when I got my Super Nintendo, which was a Donkey Kong Country bundle, and I played that, and when in 2001 when the GameCube came out, and I got the GameCube for Christmas, as well as Smash Brothers Melee, Pikmin, and Luigi's Mansion. So
That's a good combo of games.
yeah.
And I remember this the runner up Christmas for me was was when I got the same thing. I got a GameCube. I got a beanbag, like a big old beanbag, and I got my first TV in my room.
Oh.
And that was so cool. I was like, oh my God, I can play my GameCube in my room. And I played the shit out of Pikmin. I love Pikmin. I loved Pikmin. I beat like see that's the thing is I'm not a great gamer, but if I find a game that I love, I'll beat the crap out of it. Like Final Fantasy X, Kingdom Hearts, Pikmin, because my family didn't buy a lot of video games. Like they bought very few, and the ones I had like Rogue Squadron, Shadows of the Empire, they all fell to my might. But then the games I rented, like I played like a little bit, and then I gave up.
I remember like weird games I'd rent. Like I rented Gex 64.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was weird but fun.
yeah, like it
That
was
was a weird.
strange. Like I hear the like the PS1 version is a bit better though. Um. Anyway, we should probably move on to a different question.
Okay, fine. Let me scroll down and see. Oh, okay. You ask a question now, or you answer. You do one.
Okay. Um. Are you guys anticipated for Kingdom Hearts 3? If not, then what are your thoughts on the Kingdom Hearts series?
Whoa,
Well,
whoa,
this related,
whoa,
so yeah.
well. I love Kingdom Hearts. I've been nuts over this series ever since it came out because it was okay. So I think I told the story before. The game is sentimentally connected to me because when I was at the time I got Kingdom Hearts, my parents were going through a divorce, and I remember no. That was afterwards. My family and I went to Disney World. It was our last family vacation before the divorce, and it was one of the greatest things ever. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts before going, and then going to Disney World and being like, "Oh my God, there's Goofy, there's Donald, there's all the characters in the game." I was just blown away by that. It was such a great time, and I think going to Disney World only made me love the game that much more, made me want to beat it that much more. And then my parents get divorced, and I would go back to play Kingdom Hearts, and that was kind of like I guess my safe zone, where it would take me back and make me think about before the divorce, and it made me feel kind of fuzzy on the inside. I don't know, really sappy, but I love it. Kingdom Hearts 2 sucked though. I couldn't beat it. I got stuck. I got stuck. I got stuck on the stupid boss, and I gave up. And then you go back and revisit that game.
Yeah, like I had Kingdom Hearts. Like after like 2006, I bought a PS2 and I got Kingdom Hearts, well, along with a bunch of other PS2 games that I missed out on. And I started playing Kingdom Hearts, and I can't remember what I got up to. I think I got up to the Little Mermaid part.
That was
And
fun.
yeah,
King Triton blasting those Heartless.
yeah. I think I got up to that part, and then I stopped playing for some reason. I guess I just got sidetracked. Sometimes that happens to me with games. Um, but yeah, especially with RPGs because they're so long. But yeah, I do want to play through them at some point. As far as Kingdom Hearts 3, who knows when it's going to come out. They've only released a teaser so far, so
I need a big Kingdom Hearts 2 so I can catch up with Kingdom Hearts 3. Last I remember is just a guy named Roxel or something like that, and he eats popsicles with his friends in some town. And there's some other anime characters with Dragon Ball Z hair, and then there's Mulan. Close enough. All right, let me find the next question here. Because we got all right. How much money will you spend on Hearthstone? I do not want to reveal how much I've spent already. It's pretty bad. That was back when I was.
I regret spending what I have had. I haven't spent that much.
I've trust me, Blizzard is doing backflips about how much money I spend on their game. They're like, wow, it's free to play.
You're one of their whales.
Yep. And since then I've stopped buying things from them. because I pretty much bought everything you can fucking get in that game. So I'm like, okay, I'm done, Blizzard. Because they're like, yes, we're into the next expansion, you fatty. I've spent more than I care to admit. All right, where is your guest on the podcast? Says Shadowmeister. Lammy is in the living room taking a nap, and he's just chilling out. And I don't feel like picking him up and getting him uncomfortable. Lammy is a very sweet puppy, but he's also like he gets emotionally distraught. He's like, "Why are you picking me up? Why are you carrying me around? I was comfortable." And then I bring him in here, and he'll put his tail between his legs and think he's in trouble, and then walk away sad. So I don't want him to think he's sad.
Hmm.
Loyal Brony, one of our moderators, says, "What helped you guys get through the rough times in college? Alcohol, cocaine, uh, video games. All three are equally horrible. So the hard times.
Probably shouldn't say cocaine.
Just joking about all three. I don't like any of those things. No, I think because college I was very much so an introvert, believe it or not. And what got me through was the internet, making friends with the internet. That was when I started doing YouTube stuff. So the internet got me through. And then I worked at a restaurant and I met some really nice people there. So they got me through. And also my brother-in-law and my sister. They were great too. Paleo, about you, my friend.
What got me through college? Oh, I don't know. I mean, because it took me a long time to get through college. I mean, even for my associates, because I just was not like I don't know. I mean, I guess it's about the same with what you said about the internet. Because I started like talking to people online and whatnot. So
Internet, man. It's a
yeah.
salvation for all. All right, so I'm going to keep continuing on here.
I got a question that actually delved into a
Far
topic
away.
that I wanted to talk about earlier, but we sort of ran out of time. Is Love and Sky asks, what do you think of GTA 5 first person for next gen? Because they added the first person perspective in the PS4 and Xbox One versions of GTA 5, which I've seen some videos of, and it's kind of weird. And there's also like features where you take peyote, the cactus, the peyote cactus, and you become an animal, and you play as an animal in GTA 5. It's weird, but it delves into a topic I want to talk about how I think third-party developers are sort of afraid to take the leap this generation, because you see so many major games this generation releasing for the current generation consoles and the last generation consoles, like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Call of Duty, Destiny, Titanfall. They're all releasing, I mean, Dragon Age. They're all releasing current gen and last gen, and it feels like that's hindering the current generation to go forward. And even upcoming games like a Metal Gear Solid 5, that's also releasing on PS3 and Xbox 360. So
Well, dude, sequels have always been like a problem, and I don't see them going away.
now,
Like it's
well,
gonna be
it's not
ridiculous.
it's not the fact that they're sequels. It's the fact that they're releasing on the last generation hardware. But
I don't know.
why?
I don't know. Maybe because they think they'll make more money. Because
That
not
that's
everybody's
probably the thing, is that
that not
they're like,
everybody has come over into the new console cycle
yeah,
yet.
but it's like the but the thing is that if they don't develop for the current generation, the current generation is going to have a very very slow start. Which I
Well,
guess it always has, but it's never been quite like this where it's been so many games releasing across last generation platforms and current generation platforms, and also the fact that people have been or third party developers have been re-releasing, and not only third party but also second party, re-releasing last generation games like GTA 5, and The Last of Us remastered, Tomb Raider was re-released, and also they did the Master Chief Collection, which was an upgrade, um, which I've heard there was some problems with that. Uh, well, as far as like online play goes,
Yeah, I heard that there's some issues as well. Though the campaign's doing just fine.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do. I want to do three more questions from my end, and then you can do three on yours, and then we'll call it a day. So, Sammy Summers says, December is in the air. What are PaleoSteno and you's likes and dislikes for the holidays? So, Paleo, what do you like and what do you dislike about the holidays, about of Christmas?
I like the fact that my birthday is this month.
You are lagging a lot on my end.
Oh,
I think it sounds a little bit better now. But okay, so you said it's your birthday and it's also Christmas, so you get a double dip,
or I
kind
just
of.
have one.
The curse of December. I like the holidays for the songs. I like it for getting to see family. I like it to give stuff away to people I love. What I don't like is I don't like the stress. I don't like the stress it causes for people who I love. I don't like it how people they feel like they have to empty their wallets to make people happy or what do they presume to be happy. Um, so I like it for at its roots for bringing people together. I don't like it for its superficial corporate ways as far as like buying lots of stuff and greed and money and all that silliness.
I I don't like decorating, which I'm gonna have to do like either tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on when my aunt comes over. Because I'm gonna have to drag all this stuff out. It's in this cubby hole right here. All the Christmas stuff. So
Well,
yeah.
have fun doing that. My family, we put a wreath or whatever on the outside of our house, and that's it. All
You don't
right,
have a tree.
Paleo. No, we'll do a small tree. We don't really go all out. It's weird. Since I have a niece who's 2 and one who's about 6 or 8 months old, like it's funny because when when my parents, like my brother, my sisters and I are older now, so a bit of the magic of Christmas goes away. But now that my older sister's having kids, and so is my little sister, um, kids kind of bring back a charm and nostalgia for Christmas. It makes it feel more alive because you're doing it for them. Adults can be kind of like, whatever. But if you have kids, like you feel like, oh, there's Santa Claus, and we gotta go buy presents and get things decorated because you want to make it good for them. And by making it good for them, you kind of make it good for yourself as well, and you start to buy into it again, which is really cool. So I like that. All right, Paleo, fire away. Next question.
Okay. Um, let's see. Paul Anthony Zapita. Is that how you say it? Zapita. Um, have you heard of Adam Sandler's 2015 movie about video games called Pixels? Um, I
No.
vaguely remember seeing something about this, about how like there are like these pixel aliens that are invading the Earth or something like that.
Oh, I see it. I'm looking at Google Images right now.
You
Oh,
are.
why?
Let me see.
It's weird looking. Is Peter Dinklage in it?
What?
Yeah, apparently Peter Dinklage is in it. Oh, Tyrion, don't get caught up in this garbage. You're better than that. Actually, I think I have heard about this.
Pixels. 3D live action slash computer animated comedy produced by Columbia Pictures.
There was a marathon of Adam Sandler films on Comedy Central for Thanksgiving, like Waterboy and Happy Gilmore. I mean, those are great, but Adam really hasn't made a good movie in a while. So,
Okay,
will
so
this be
yeah,
good?
video game experts are recruited by the military to fight 1980s era video game characters who've attacked New York. Oh,
It sounds really stupid. It could be funny though. Yeah, it
it
might have
could
a.
be.
Ever since Wreck-It Ralph, I've learned not to doubt a movie entirely until I see it. But this one sounds really stupid.
Yeah.
Pixels. All right, let's see what other questions we got here. I'm gonna do one more question on mine, and maybe do one more on yours.
Okay.
You already asked that question. Um, I have one more right here from Love and Sky. Says, "What do you think about RuneScape from where it started to where it is now?" Actually, this probably isn't. I don't have much to say. I never played RuneScape.
I played a bit of it in middle school. To be honest, like when I didn't know there was a RuneScape 3. I didn't even know there was a RuneScape 2.
I played like 5 seconds of it and I quit. So I don't know that much about it. So I really can't say that much about it. But all I know, it's been around for a long time. It's still alive to this day. I know that you and me and Matt went to go goof around on Second Life. That
Yeah, we
was
did.
fun. Yeah, that was interesting because we saw these videos of people trolling in Second Life, and we thought, hey, let's try it out ourselves and see what it's like. And it's really bizarre. It's a really strange experience.
Yeah,
It's like Skype with a bunch of like.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to rag on anybody for what they like to do or anything, but I don't know.
Well, I mean,
the
it's
type
not.
of people who play Second Life are the type of people you, I don't know.
I need to get a life. No, it's. I mean, it's just a social. It's like Skype but with avatars and.
You know what it is? It's like a Yahoo chat room or
Yeah,
an
it is.
AOL chat room.
But it gets really dirty. Like
Yeah,
I
well,
think
it is
80%
like
of
a
the
Yahoo
game is
chat room
just-
then.
80% of the game is just sex, and it's really bizarre. And I think it's kind of like you're lying to yourself because you're like, oh my god, this chick, her avatar is so sexy, and her voice is like, my name's Debbie. I'm a fox girl, and she sounds like she's a 70-year-old like chain smoker from like Alabama. So be cautious. All right, that's all the questions on my end. Do you want to ask one more and we'll wrap this up?
Sure. Let me look at from Emperor Tiger Star. Would you rather be able to double jump up to 10 feet in the air, or at will be able to leap forward 10 feet at will?
That's an interesting question. Um, I think I'd rather. Well, if I double jump when I land, will I hurt my legs? Do I take do I take fall damage?
I don't.
Because if that's the case, then I won't. I'll do the jump forward. I mean, if I don't take fall damage, then I'll take the double jump. Because I'd be like,
Yeah,
and,
yeah. I'd like to have the double jump. Because
though it'd be kind of, it's like, oh, my frisbee's on the roof, my cat's in the tree, jump double jump. It'd be impressive. I think that goes like that.
yeah. Though if you could leap forward at 10 feet, like I don't know. Wait, aren't there people on the Earth that can already do that? I think 10
Yeah,
feet's not that hard to do.
but then they got to running start and like throw themselves.
Yeah. I guess this is at will, but yeah, double jump, I would say. Alright. I guess we're done for tonight.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good podcast. Thank you all for joining us. I think we'll be doing this again next week. Same
Not
time,
next
same
week.
place. Next.
Yeah, we're gonna do it bi-weekly. So
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. All right,
yeah,
so
it's going to be next time. It's going to be on my birthday.
y'all better
Yeah.
bring me some presents for me and not Paleo.
Yeah, on my birthday. So 2 weeks from now, December 15th, is when
Word.
we're going to have the next podcast.
Cool. All right. Well, is there anything else we want to say, or is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it.
Cool. Thank
We're
you
gonna
all for
have a video
joining
on
us.
Wednesday.
I know. I have a video coming out this Wednesday for the chat, and it's going to be called "Taking Things Literally." So keep your eyes open. And then the week after that, I believe the video that I will have is why cartoons aren't just for adults or for kids. I'm sorry, I keep getting mixed up. So that I need to get to work on that very soon. And I got
Cartoons are for adults and adults only.
adults only. Kids, get your hands off. Go watch some soap operas and Oprah. Okay, that's kid stuff. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.